Hey guys, welcome back to the Joy of Drawing at Hotbed Lino Kino Video. Today we're going to go a little harder. We're going to go to level 2 and we're going to have some fun times drawing today. So I hope you got yourself ready and comfortable. Let's give it a shot. Let's start by, dividing the page. I like doing these little swoops, almost like it's cheddar cheese. Just feeling the beat when you do that. You get that nice talking to each other vibe. Start to do something like this. Bigger scoop. Starting to carve out like a landscape almost. If you can do this guy going underneath. So these guys are friends. We're braiding them into each other, creating a system. The world is full of different systems, and that's what keeps the world going. So have this guy come down a little bit here. We'll start to do something like this. I also want to do something a little more geographic now. So let's get like a little edgy with it, almost. Let it loose a little bit, get a little shaky, have a little rhythm. Thinking about a peninsula, maybe Italy. Shout out to the Romans.
Shout out.
So here we are. There we go. Then on that peninsula, we can start to give it like an axonometric feel, which means a drawing that's like on an angle. So you can see three sides at once. X, Y, Z is what you can think about. Start populating that. I think our portal is starting to open up nicely. It's weaving. This guy can come down here, come into this. Just want to keep layering as you go. Some people say that the world's actually a hologram, just layers, 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 layers. So think about it like that. And there's the one on the behind coming up. Put some friends over here. And they're looking down on the other part of the city. So they're all having fun. Just keep stacking it. You just got to keep repeating the motions and layering is my advice, And you get something spectacular from that. There'll be a larger picture from all the smaller details, and that's what's really important. So here on the peninsula, we have some coastal cities. Shout out LA. Thinking of San Francisco almost. We can even start to put some islands around too. Pleasure Island. It's fun to just think of names as you go. Just keep spitting out the ideas. Who cares? Another one. Keep stacking them. It's fun to also look at your other art projects for reference. Objectophilia. It's right here. Did that during quarantine. And it's really inspired my drawing to become more three-dimensional and more layered. Here we go. Let's do something a little funkier now. Shard. Here, shard, there, nice. It's already even coming together, I think. We just started, so it's pretty fabulous. We can make this guy curve into that, even. Continue the layering. What goes into what, and how are they sewn together? Just like this. Something like that is really nice. Might want to erase that guy. No worries. And then these can even split in half. Like that. You get like a fork in the road. Let's put some buildings up here as well. Maybe something more spherical would be nice. Boop. I find myself describing architecture with noises, so however it takes to describe it, that's fine. Let's see. Another one. This one looks like a knife. Just keep stacking and laying. Have all the different systems talk to each other, you know, it's important. When you're creating your own little world, these islands can be fun and they really make your eye move around. You want to think about the viewer as well while you're drawing and how their eyes are going to perceive it. I typically don't try to put too much of a focal point in there because I want your eye to be moving around the whole time. I want you to see everything on the page. I want there to be like a bigger picture, and then when you come closer, there's all these little different details you can grab. So that's what I'm thinking about when I'm drawing. Some bracing over here. Nice. Starting to give a good vibe. I think it has like you want to think about like the feng shui almost, I guess I would describe it as, of the page and how you can make space on the page is what you're trying to do. And since this is like a math book, I'm trying to make my own world. But if I wanted to do something different, you know, I could even make a space with these like different arches or the different portals, as I like to call them, and the weaving. I almost think about it as like a web structure in the background. So something like that. This guy goes here, and they're all dancing together, having a good time. And that's what's important. Like that. Just keep stacking them. Think about those nice little ledges that we'd love to hang out on. It'd be nice if there's like a little puffy couch right there that you could chill on. Look at the beautiful views of space. Last week I was talking about those UFO drones, little spheres in the air. Let's reintroduce some of that. Maybe one gets cut off over here, it's behind. This one's in front of it. I've also started to use Photoshop a lot, which is nice to add more colors and depth and just to keep describing the world that you see in your head. I don't see these things in black and white. I see them very colorfully. So that kind of thing. Just keep adding another layer to your drawing and your work. It's a nice overhang. I love a nice cantilever on a building, personally. I think that gives it so much sassiness. And I just love that. So maybe there's a guy here that comes and splits that fork in the road. Never know where you're gonna end up, huh? And then comes back around over here to our behind layer. Let's do some more little buildings over here. Let's do a bubble town. Almost looks like a jellyfish. Just give it some eyes. Give it a cute little kawaii look. Some more UFOs. I've seen some UFOs before, especially during lockdown. I was at my parents' farm, and there was no airplanes in the sky anymore because the airports were closed, and it was pitch black, and I would see these little lights swirling around in the sky, and then they would disappear in a way that was nothing I know about. So personally, I'm a believer. Haven't been abducted yet, but when I do, I hope they're nice to me. Let's go. Boom. Just keep adding variety too, you know? It's not always nice to be same. It's nice to have change and a flow to it. And that's what we're really trying to get at. Trying to put something here. Little village by the shore. Usually when I do the maps, I kind of go over it twice to give it like a darker line, so it's better defined. Boop, boop. It's just nice to have it stick out more, and that way it'll be more prominent as well. You can kind of think of how the water has shaped that landscape, or maybe it was a glacier. In Pennsylvania, where my parents live, glaciers carved out the valley and moved through it. That's something that's pretty inspiring to me, how they can make a wavy landscape. And what's the result? Some more over here. I usually try to leave this side less defined because from my perspective, I want to put like taller buildings right over here. So when you look at the angle, then you won't have the line of the map in the back because I'll be overlapped by the buildings in the front. You can even go back with your eraser. Start to build up around it. And I know sometimes like cubicle buildings kind of seem like boring, but I try to think when I'm drawing of like maybe somebody else designed this and I'm layering over top of it. I personally prefer things that are more organic, but I like them compounded with things from the past as well. Nice shard of glass right here. You can even start to put in like a hill. That would be nice. Just have a big hill in the middle. Start to layer in some trees. There, like a little halo. Let's give some, just move it very quickly and put it on more of an edge here. Just keep on trucking away. Hope you guys are having fun at home. And if you want to send me your drawings as well, I'd love to see them. And I'd love to know what you're thinking about when I tell you about how I do my drawings myself. So I should define this a little more even. Just got to skip around. Always come back. No worries. Down like that. And around. And then around like this. Just keep going back, giving prominence to the things that you think are important. You can even put like a nice like monument right here of an alien. Start to fill it in a little bit. It'd be cool if its eyes are made of stained glass. That's what I want to go to church for. Some more buildings over here. This one's super tall. Just keep going. I recommend listening to good music while you're drawing. It really inspires me to keep pushing forward. And the beauty of music also makes me just think a lot better and think about a different type of world I'd like to live in personally. Nice arch. Every city's got a nice arch. Not every city, but a lot of them. And you just keep stacking it. Slamming them down, slamming them down. Some more buildings over here. It's a fun little bay over here. I heard they have good parties. So, you can also draw some little boats coming up. Find this a little more. All right, there's a guy behind there doing this. So there could be like a really cool hummingbird right here, who's part alien. Flying and buzzing around. It's your world, so just give it your all. Just keep stacking them. Let's bring that roundness back too. So the roundness from these can talk to the roundness from over there. And we can also have the UFOs too. The future of architecture is definitely more spherical. So that's good. A la Buckminster Fuller, Spaceship Earth. Got everything we need right now to survive here on Earth if we take care of it. So let's do that. Just keep stacking them. Put some cross bracing into Chicago style. Boop, boop, boop. Just kind of want to find like a rhythm, you know? Every place has a rhythm, and as it grows, things happen, change, keeps changing. Your drawings are always going to change as long as you keep moving your pencil and keep thinking. More UFOs, please. I think the aliens really like it here. Got some really good Yelp reviews. So, there we go. Imagine if we lived in like a giant web. Something that kind of inspired this was Newman for Use, their European art group, and Group X had them over for a show, and they made a giant tape structure in the Navy Yard, and I thought that was super cool. And the form of that really like inspired me, something that's more circular, that you move through more like a portal. I think we're moving away from cubes. I'm also really interested in pneumatics, which is structures that are built with air and plastic, and that can be deployed anywhere. So in the future, maybe everybody lives in a giant bubble filled with air, and you can just move as you go and be a nomadic techno soldier, just going with the flow. That's what we love to do. Just keep stacking on. I would suggest you guys read the Inflatable Cookbook if you are interested in inflatables, and that teaches you how to make them. My professor Jeremy suggested that to me when I was in architecture school at Temple, and that was something that was really, really awesome and really inspired me. Da 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 do do. Yep. Just keep pushing along. Who cares? It's really not that serious because you have an eraser and it's just paper. So don't be mad at it, you know. You can do it. You love it. This is actually my favorite hotel right here. My favorite song too is playing right now, and it's really keeping me going. La la la, la la la. Welcome to my world, where everyone is cool and we all have fun. Yeah, yeah, we don't give a fuck. So fucking fun, so stupid. More windows, please. Just keep going. Womp, 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 womp. It's getting pretty sick, if I do say so myself. I think we should have some more islands. Maybe this is the homeland over here, and it's getting sucked into the portal. So you can start to envision the movement of the space. Go back one more time and define that. Got a nice little channel over here. I heard the people over here are bitchy. I heard the people over here are really sweet. So every city's got a culture.
Oh my god.
Another one right here. Here's my little alien. I also want to put Anais in here because she's just my goddess. Queen. I have some really wonderful friends joining me today. Anyone who checks out my art and watches this, I really appreciate you. It means the world to me. Never thought I'd make it this far, so fuck yeah. There you are, Anais.
Wow.
So pretty.
Just in time for my birthday.
Cat eyes, please. You know,
Love her.
if you fuck up, you just keep moving along. Some hoops.
Really?
She's giving everything I ever fucking wanted. Towers. And then everybody obviously wants to move in next to Anais. The rent just went up tenfold. You know?
Oh my god.
So, there we go. Another one. Crystals.
I'm so caught up watching you draw and not drawing.
Okay. That's good. Or not. See, I'm just vibing. Just don't stop. And I haven't even picked my pencil up, really. Just go. You know? Go, go, go. Circular top. Rare. Got it. Keep leaning into it. Populating. You have this nice hill. Maybe there's 2 hills in this park. And then this cute little neighborhood. Maybe has a little colonial vibe going around those hills. Something that I really appreciate about Central Park is that Olmsted dug up the rocks underneath. So there wasn't always those huge boulders that you see in Central Park. He dug down into the ground to expose those. And to expose that rock, I think, is just one of the most legendary things ever, and something that inspires me all the time. I love rocks. I was collecting rocks at my parents' house, and I found so many crazy Native American tools. It's really crazy to think about how there's a whole civilization here, and you know, we just keep building all this shit, and then we never really have like gone back to archive all of the amazing tools and stuff that was there before. That's something I really realized and had the time to do during the pandemic at my parents' farm in the Lehigh Valley. And that was something that was really inspiring too. Finding all those rock tools and seeing how people before lived on this land and the kind of structures they built and what they used. Here's another island over here. That's a peninsula, like Florida. I don't know how I feel about Florida, but that's none of my business. Wish them the best. I think my mom's in Florida right now watching, so I love you, Mom. Just really want to create a dialogue between the spaces you're creating. So this tower has a gorgeous view of the bay we were talking about earlier, and the other towers, and the portal it's about to get sucked into. So, just a lot of cockamamie. And we love that. If you're gonna go crazy, now's the time. Just got out of the fucking lockdown, so. Thanks, Joe. Some more little villagers. Heard this town's really niche. Heard all the cool kids are moving there. Love that. Shading helps. You can also shade a little bit at the bottom of the buildings, kind of give the depth of the buildings below, how it's more of a cooler space if the sun doesn't hit down there. So these guys giving way to the underground. Alrighty. Some more definition. Fergalicious step. Okay. right there. Fork in the road arrives. You know what they say about forks in the road? I forget. There's another one. A little wavy one. Shout out Studio Gang in Chicago. I love your guys' work. Aqua Tower, if you don't know about it in Chicago. It's so cool. Another one. Just keep opening her up and carving away. This is your world. Rules don't really apply unless you're a bitch. Yeah, got it. There we go. There's another new little town popping up. They randomly got a huge observation tower. What? Who paid for that? It's like a little lollipop. And there's all these little rooms on it. And the UFOs go into that and attach to it. And that becomes its own little town in the sky. That could be fun. And if we can do that, I think we should. We can harness some materials from Mars, bring them to Earth, maybe. We'll see what happens. There we go. Here's the Smiley Face Center. Looking super cute. Alrighty, right. Iconic. You know, you can even put some words on a hill or something, like Hollywood. What should we do? Quiche. Ville.
Do they even know what quiche means?
This is Cunt Mountain with a K, named after the Kuntz family. We love them. They're a really good family. Okay. Another one. Just keep that rhythm up. She's tall. It's kind of giving Hong Kong vibes almost, which I love. Dying to go. If you guys want to tip me with a ticket to Hong Kong, that's cool. I'll take it.
Yeah, what's your Venmo?
My Venmo is @LilCmac10, LilCmac10. And that's my Instagram. So, if that's what you want to do, won't be opposed. We're really getting somewhere nice. This city was sponsored by Hotbed and LKTV. It's giving some kind of vibe. More UFOs. I think the energy in the city is pretty nice. La la la, do do do. We love drawing in the summer. I love drawing outside. I've been drawing in the parks, I'm drawing on the steps, I'm drawing on the subway. You know, wherever you want to draw, just pop one open with your little notebook. Get your pencil out. I was drawing on the bus today. Shout out Peter Pan Bus. This is an ad. Got me here so nicely. You're loving it. Love. And we're having fun, yeah. Oh my God. Here's some more. There's a mountain over here too, obviously. There one time was a huge earthquake right over here, and it created some mountains, so that happened back in the day. La la la. Oop. Sometimes it's nice to even just sit back and glance at it, scan your drawing for a sec, and give yourself a minute. Let it ruminate, you know, and get back into it. It's giving Sicily. I love thinking of little islands too. Growing up, I used to go to the Thousand Islands in upstate New York on the St. Lawrence River. And it was considered an island if it had a tree on it that would go above the level. So there's some very teeny tiny islands in there. And they're beautiful. And you could see Canada from my family's home in upstate New York. That's when I fell in love with Canada. I went to Ottawa, the capital, had some poutine. It was delicious. I want some ice cream right now. Let's do a big scoopy. Erase it. Just you want to think about what's in front, what's behind. Scoops upside down like they do at Dairy Queen. Eh? Yeah. This is pretty cool. I love it. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. Your boyfriend is a joke. McLovin. Yeah, yeah. I dreamed a dream of times gone by. Do 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 do. You know, quarantine really did feel like Les Mis, huh? Keep going. If you guys have felt like giving up yet, please don't. You need to keep going. For me. Just keep trucking along. Flick your wrists. you know? It's easy.
So easy, it's not.
For me.
That's why you have the job.
Another one. I honestly don't get tired of drawing. And I just do it all day. And I fucking love it. It's just so fucking fun. All my ideas just are coming out of me like vomit these days, or diarrhea. And what more could you ask for, honestly? You know.
You know.
Curvy. Loving that. Cross racing. Boop, boop, boop. She's giving. Fucking love it. Some more. UFOs, please. I think we need a bridge. No burning bridges on this end. Only building them. Nice little cantilever there. That one like nanotechnology building on Penn's campus. That's a good example of a cantilever. I love that one. I think that's on Walnut Street in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Whoop, whoop. Windows, zigzags. Okay. Played Britney Spears one more time at Nowadays this weekend, and I about goddamn lost my mind. Once again, I'm screaming out, free fucking Britney. We love you. And when you're free, we're gonna build a city for you. Doo-doo-doo. Little dome. Another one. Growing up, there's this place called the Laser Dome in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They used to just get lasers everywhere, all over the dome. And that was inspiring. Boop, boop, boop. I want to go back in and define your UFOs a little bit. As you move along and keep moving your hand around, kind of things will get lighter, and you just want to go back and define the things again that you like. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Yeah. I have a model here who I invited named Anais. She's been drawing for us. I'd love to see what you have, if you'd like to come on. Want to come up?
This is sort of like the inverse version of Ulysses. Hello. I'm Anais. And this is my drawing.
See? She's got the waves herself. And she started to do the thing where it's layering in and out and weaving. That's what you want to do with your structures. You want to weave things together and make spaces bleed into each other naturally and organically.
There's the blood. That's the
You can
bleeding.
see, you can see there's a nice flow, and there's a few different languages speaking to each other too, which I really love about that.
Thank
so,
you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much,
recognizing
Anais.
that.
Of course.
Well, thanks for leading this class, Boo. Are you kidding? Seeing you draw, I realized how difficult it is. First
Wow.
attempt, true master.
I think we're about done today. But I'll see you next week, babies. I love ya.
The photo finish. The drawings. But like, that is mine. I'm keeping that.
Of course.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I love it.
Thanks.
Maybe my favorite of yours yet.
Really?
Yes.